and today we're going to be reading Cornrows and Comebacks. New book now available on Amazon Prime. Chapter 3 is what we're getting into today. It is a beautiful book. I'll tell you, lots of things to see. And it is the favorite of the kids. Kids love the books. Teenagers love the books. Adult teens, is that a thing? The ones between 18 and 20. I think they're adult teens. They love the book too. Even the boys love the book. They love the pictures. They love this AI imagery that really explains the history of black hair cornrows and how to escape from slavery. It's all in this book right here. That's what this picture is about. Funny story, I'm a Kru Liberian girl from West Africa. And yes, we like to clap when we talking. I am Diamond Sonpon, and today I am going to be reading from the incredible personal memoir of moi. And today we're reading chapter 3. So if you don't know, you can get you a copy on Amazon Prime. Go ahead, just type in Google Diamond Sonpon book or Cornrows and Comeback book. Or you go into Amazon, you just put it in there. Diamond Sonpon book. My book's gonna come out, my film is gonna come out, and you get to watch and read. Yeah. So let's jump into it. Chapter 3, embracing our roots. So that's what we're talking about today. Now, I have this beautiful artwork right here that give you a nice little motivational speech, and I'm gonna read that. It says, your dreams is not just a destination, but a pathway to your true self. So walk boldly, for every step forward is the testament of your courage and resilience. Right here in the book, go buy it and be encouraged. So, chapter 3, here we go. Chapter 3, embracing your roots. That's what we're going to talk about today. Y'all ready? Go ahead and get your copy. Cornrows and Comebacks. Let's go. Coming to America as an African from Liberia was nothing short of a cultural shock. Sure y'all know what I'm talking about. Everything was different. The food, the people, especially the way folks looked at me. It's very different. But if there was one thing that stood out the most, was the way my hair set me apart. Funny story. I've been a stylist and a professional hair braider since I was 10 years old. Being my first queen at that age, doing some hair. And that always set us apart because based on my creativity and my talent as a braider, girl, you know my hair was always on point. Now, my sisters and I, the White Angels, we call ourselves back then, always had our hair on point at Atlantic City High School. We took pride in our braids, our twists, and especially those intricate African hairstyles that they have not seen in America yet. The 15 Senegali twist, trust me, y'all ain't know about that yet. Now, styles that most African American girls at my school at the time didn't even know and they haven't even seen before. Those are the styles me and my girls was rocking in high school. Now, being a young African in the diaspora often means living life as a spectator in America. Your presence is not fully participating. It's more like watching others navigate a culture that feels foreign to you. Even if we've lived in this country for many, many years, the sense of being on the other side, looking in, was a heavy burden. When your heritage and identity is misunderstood or marginalized. Take this for instance, the experience of my friend, Mayama. She was thrust into a confrontation simply because her hairstyle was given. It delivered. So let me describe this real quickly, right? You're going to read the English in the book, but let me explain to you what happened. So Mayama got some small, teeny, tiny, we call it sesame braids in Africa. The little itty bitty thing got it twists, but it didn't with cornrow on it head. My hair was nice. We went to school. I remember that day we were to the front of the metal detector to make sure we ain't got no guns before we enter the school, because we went to a ghetto school, right? It was one of the only high schools in like 5 districts. So we had metal detectors. They had to make sure nobody was doing nothing crazy, because there was a kid from another country all over the world in that school. So one of the black girls, African American girls, saw Mayama. I guess she probably had prior, I don't know, whatever the case was, they bump into each other. She tried to start something out of metal detector. We was like, listen, girl, don't do it. So she didn't do it, right? Now we get to school, everybody all day, all the boys, because you know, all the boys love us African girls because we be minding our business because we don't be knowing nothing. So we don't have nothing to say, so they like us because they think we don't talk too much until they see us talking amongst ourselves and they think we're fighting because we're talking too much. So get back to the story, right? So Mayama, I don't know what happened that day, but we got on the bus on our way back from school. She got off the bus because she had a client and we didn't have no customers, so we went home. Next thing I heard, Mayama is in the emergency room. I'm like, wait a minute, what happened to Mayama? So Mayama got jumped, right? And they bit my friend, black and blue, ripped her hair off till I saw her low skin. We're in the hospital, all 5 of us. Me, Cece, Masatu, Masana. We're all in the hospital, into Matilla, and we mad. Okay? This is the first time these beans and broccoli boots came out from Timberlands. If you're my age, and you understand what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. So they had these Timberland boots. Each one of us bought us a pair. We said, today is the day the Africans gonna show up in the school, and we're going to start a riot. We was ready to start a riot. All because some girls saw my friend Cornrows that they didn't understand. And envy entered their heart. And they abused my friend physically because of her hair. So I really wanted to write this book so people can understand the insecurities that comes with a black girl hair. On both sides of the spectrum. The bully was insecure because she understood the power on Mayama's head. And Mayama got abused because Mayama understood the confidence that comes from the power of her head. So we're going to get back to Cornrows and Comebacks because this is what the book is about. I share my stories and my insights on things that I have experienced that have shaped me as a woman that carry all of this confidence that you see. It's because I've been through stuff. Couple of stuff. And most of the stuff got to do with my hair. Okay? So, let's get back to the story. Now, so she was thrust into a confrontation. This is Mayama. And simply because of her appearance and the hairstyle that she carried, a reflection of her African roots. It stood out in school where fitting in often means confronting or conforming, meant conforming into the American standards. This woman, Mayama, knew who she was. She understood what makes her African, and every time we went to school, we represented that. We represent the power of understanding your roots and your culture as African girls in high school, and that set us apart from the black girl. Y'all liking the book so far? Yeah, I know you will, because I enjoy it. I read this thing once a week. So let's go. All right, so now remember, Myanmar fight is not physical. It's really not. It is a symbol of boundary struggle. There's a boulder that we come across into the Americas, and we come with something. Even though a lot of us, because we cannot speak the English, people do not assume that we come with something. But there's so much that the immigrant woman and man bring to America that makes America great. And we're going to tap into that a little bit longer. So let's get back to the book. The struggle is not unlike the historical experience of Africans during slavery. Now, back then, Africans were forcibly stripped of their identity, their languages, and their culture. They became spectators in their own lives, controlling by a force beyond their understanding or their control. Now, today, the context is very different, but the remnants of that struggle persist. Young Africans in the diaspora still battle to find their place, to assert themselves within their identity without losing themselves in the society that often doesn't see them fully. Now, I have two siblings that was born in the United States. They have no idea of the essence that reside within the continent of Africa. However, they had the privilege of journeying back in 2020 when I lost my grandmother. Her goal was, I'm not dying in America until I see Liberia again, and she did not. So we all took her back, and she rested well next to her husband. And my two little sisters had the experience of a lifetime. They got to experience Africa in its authenticity like they've never done before. And this changed their lives forever. And I am so excited that now that they are in the diaspora, they are proud African women. They carry their head up so high. Sometimes I gotta beg them to put it down. You know? But I'm glad that my experience have helped shape the lives of my little sisters. That they now can understand the power that they bring as an African Liberian woman to the diaspora. And they stay in their truth. And I am proud of that. Now back to the book. Okay, so let's go. There's ongoing tension between participation and observation, between identity and assimilation continues to define the African diaspora experience in America. I felt so sorry for my friend. She didn't deserve that, especially for not no bomb ass brains. That experience stuck with me. It was a harsh reminder of how separated the African American girl was from her roots. Not just culturally, but in how they saw themselves and they saw their hair. It hurts to see them struggle with their textures and trying to fit into a beauty standard that wasn't made for them. Let's be honest. Look at me. You can't even guess how much pound I weigh. I ain't nothing but skin and bones from where I'm from. Now I'm 5'11". I'm told I'm supposed to be 150 pounds according to the doctors here in the Americas. But let's be honest. 150 pounds. 150 pounds. The ratio is not ratioing. The math ain't mathing. I can't be no 150 pounds at 5'11". I look sick. So, stuff that work for Africans don't work for everybody. That's all I'm trying to say. Especially how much I'm supposed to weigh. I'm 5'11". I need 200 pounds because I eat fufu and jollof rice all day. Okay, let's get back to the book. Cornrows and Comebacks. Here we go. Our hair is our crown. But it's always seemed to be a source of struggle. From the coarseness of the hair grease, we all deal with the same challenges. Yet, so many of us don't have the knowledge or the tools to manage this thing. We don't. And this is why I want to teach hair braiding in high schools, in middle schools, and protective hairstyles for our mixed girls. Girls with a white mama, white daddy, and just one Afro person in their household. And most likely they don't even know how to deal with their hair. That's what I come in, because I understand your struggle. It's about understanding and embracing your heritage, our roots. The knowledge shouldn't be something that we have to stumble upon or struggle with. It should be a reliable and available resource for all Black girls, from the continent to the diaspora, especially schools where young African girls are still forming their identity, finding out who they are, and if they even care about their hair. Because yes, a whole lot of us look good with no hair. We sure do. But we got to keep and maintain our roots, because that's where our identity lies. I don't know about you, but there's no race under the sun that can stand the test of time with this kind of roots. Never seen them yet. The root is different. Now, I remember those days feeling like an outsider. I do. Even amongst Black women, Black girls. Our hair wasn't different, but our style was different. And the difference was both a blessing and a burden. It sure was. But instead of letting it divide us, I, Diamond Sonpon, want to find a way that we all able to face this struggle that is our hair together. We all have hair that don't fit into the mainstream. One of my favorite people right now is One of my people right now is the beautiful editor at Essence Magazine. Beautiful hair texture, beautiful color combination. And for the average person in America, they say she looks like a baby. But from a woman from Africa that understands the intricacies that comes with color combination and the intelligence that comes with color combination, salute to the lady, because she got it. She's a genius. Whoever her stylist is, I gotta say thank you, because she represents the roots. That's African. Yes, we're the first people that made pink and red to make sense. Now I'm gonna move on to this book right here, Cornrows and Comebacks. Now, this is why I am passionate about pushing hair care, African Black hair care, into the educational system. Imagine the African American girl could learn at a very young age how to braid, how to twist, how to style, and how to become an entrepreneur and sustain her lifestyle, cutting off the disparity that is female entrepreneurship, that is female empowerment. For the African girl, women empowerment is a scarcity. For the black girls, it isn't. But when the black girl meets the African girl, and they both can understand the power of entrepreneurship and identity, now we have a whole black girl. The incident with my friend was a wake-up call. It showed me just how deep the disconnect with African American girls and their heritage. But it always showed me the potential for change. If we can bring that knowledge, that pride, into the school system, we can help bridge the gap. We can give these girls the tools that they need to take care of their hair and in turn take care of themselves. There's a confidence that comes with knowing how to take care of your black hair. See, we don't have the privilege of silk. We have strong roots, and it's intentional by God. Because there are things that we have to carry as black girls that have already been set prior to your coming here on earth. And all of that can simply be explained in the strength of your hair. And being able to manage your hair will help you to manage your confidence. It's going to eliminate the insecurity from your life, helping you to propel to the destination that God has put forth for you. So the privilege that the Caucasian man has in his skin color is the privilege you have in the strength of your hair. Now, my mission is to show that the introducing of braiding, not just hair, braiding into schools is not a dream. It's actually a tangible goal for me. I am going to attempt the Guinness Book of Records on October 20th, 2024 in Pleasantville, New Jersey, and I am going to be attempting 10 days straight, 240 hours of hair braiding. Now, as you guys know, hair braiding is an intricate craft. African hair braiding have tested the times. It's a craft that is going to go for another 100 years. As long as there's a black girl willing to dive into her roots and represent, there will always be African hair braiding. I'm Diamond Sonpon. I am a stylist and African hair braider, filmmaker and producer, but I wasn't going to be anything else if I didn't embrace my roots and my God-given talent of a braider. No matter how creative I've expended my endeavors, African hair braiding has always stood the test of times, improving to me of its significance. And I want to extend that craft to every public school that has a black girl. But every school that have a black girl. Because this craft of African hair braiding is embedded into our veins. It is our God-given craft to take care of ourselves. And even though I've made a lot of money with this craft, I do want to share with you on how you can be empowered. So join me. Let's make history together. On October 20, 2024, in Pleasantville, New Jersey, 200 girls and women and male with hair, we are going to be crafting some of the most original African hairstyles I've ever touched the Americas. By me, Diamond Sonpon, a veteran and a master hair braider for 25 years. Now, I look forward to seeing you. And I hope that one, you're going to get a book so you can understand, my love, the why behind the pursuit of the attempt of the Guinness Book of Records. Get you a book and you get your free hairstyle. I need 200 people to share my dream. I need 200 people, guys. 200 people who I'm going to share my dream with. You get a free hairstyle. Buy the book. Amazon.com. Cornrows and Comebacks. Diamond Sonpon. Get you a book. Call me. Write a review. Tag me. And you get you a free hairstyle. All right? And you also can get 50% if you are one of the latecomers. Or you can get up to 80%. 50, 80, and 100% off. Go get your Cornrows and Comebacks and meet me for my attempt for longest hair braided 240 hours of nothing but African hair braiding.